What's going on, Gamecock Nation? It's your boys TJ and Lonnie, and we are back. What's up,
We
Angie? What
back.
you got for
We back, man. We miss y'all, man. What's about 3 weeks now?
them? Yeah, so I was in Vegas for one of those weeks, but the other two, I'm just gonna be honest, I didn't really see nothing to talk about. Um, what you got?
Man, like I told y'all last episode, I'm sure they gotta show me, and they ain't show me not a daggone thing yet that we haven't seen during the first couple games.
Bro, I don't know. It's like not only did we not get better, we've gotten worse somehow. Um, I don't
Yeah,
understand how to explain it. Um, News and updates. The biggest news I think is probably Doty being out for the season.
out for the season.
But
Yeah,
pretty much anybody with eyes knew that already, knew that he was playing hurt and something wasn't right. Uh,
right.
so because he wasn't he's never been like a prolific passer, but he wasn't that bad. He was missing guys by a mile.
Hey, how do you feel about them? I don't want to say forcing him to play, but allowing him to play, knowing that he wasn't his full self.
Right. Um, Here's the thing. Would we even care if we were winning if he was hurt?
You right.
Because
You right.
when Dabo did it with Deshaun Watson and they won, everybody was like, "So what? Y'all got beat by a dude with one leg." Like, you
You
know what
right.
I mean?
You right.
So I feel like it probably wouldn't matter, and the surgery wouldn't be getting pushed up as soon as it is if we were doing better. But we really don't have anything to play for. Um, you can say bowl eligibility, but that's going to get dicey with these last couple of games. Trying to find 2 more wins in these last couple of games.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I just feel like we don't have nothing left to play for. So whatever, go ahead and sit it for the season.
that's understandable. That's understandable. What do you think about Zell being named the starter? Do you since you feel that there's nothing to play for, do you believe that we should give Brown and Colton those snaps instead, since we plan for the future anyway?
Honestly, that would make the most sense. But I will say this: um, probably since I don't know, maybe the Troy game, um, you could sense that everybody on that offense is not on the same page, bro. I don't know if it's they don't know the playbook or they don't know where to line up at, but it's constant. A quarterback tugging on a running back or yelling at a wide receiver that he's supposed to go in motion. Like it's every single play. It's like nobody knows the playbook, and that the drive from Zeb looked so prolific because he knows the fucking plays. He knows where people are supposed to be.
Yeah, that's
Um,
what he said. He said he gave Satterfield 16 plays. He was like, these six call something from these 16.
Yeah, and I think that shows. I don't think any of the other quarterbacks on the roster have even that level of familiarity with the playbook. With the 16 plays that Zeb's had, Doty might know three. Um, you know what I mean? Because things go wrong if it isn't like a handoff, bro. Like pass plays where he has to think too much, things go wrong.
Yeah, yeah. Hey man, so let's get into this game. Texas A&M, 18
Okay,
point underdogs. That's what Vegas got us as. I don't see us covering.
18. That's it.
It
Ha-
was.
have they have they seen this offense?
I think they did. It started at 21, but I guess
It,
people
it, it, it should be going the other way.
it should.
Um,
I feel like
because for as competent as our defense is, our offense is not giving them any help, bro,
No help,
at
bro.
all.
None.
Like, how are you +4 in a turnover margin and still lose by 2 scores? Like, things like that don't make sense to me.
Crazy,
Um,
man.
I don't get it, and I'm not going to try to make anybody else get it or pretend like I understand what's happening. I don't get it. Um, maybe you have an explanation. Do you have an explanation?
I mean, I don't know, bro. Like for what they told what they sold us in the off season with this offense, I'm not seeing it, man.
Bro, like with Shane Beamer coming from his stints at Oklahoma, even Georgia, like because Georgia's not the same Georgia from the early 2000s. You know what I mean? They score a
Yeah,
bunch of points now. You know what I mean? With his background coming from those two schools alone, you would have thought his offense would be better, especially with the Oklahoma thing on there. Because that's one thing we know Oklahoma can do. Oklahoma is gonna score.
right,
They may not
right.
play no defense, but they're gonna score.
Facts.
Um, so I'm a little taken back by um, man, just how terrible the offense has been, and how it seems like every week there's another excuse. Um, I don't know if you know your players can't do what you're asking them to do, game plan around that.
Do something else. Like it's
I,
simple. Do something else.
that's why that 18-point spread, bro. Texas A&M gonna create like a 28-38 point spread.
You man, hey, I would with the way our offense look, I wouldn't doubt it, bro. And
Yeah,
like the one thing I give the defense, they fight all game. Like
right. And the defense, just when you think, ah man, they about to give up, they'll get another big play, another turnover.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
put the offense right back in position to put some points on the board, and it's pointless every time.
every
Uh,
time, bro. It's
I,
sad.
I want we should look up how many points we've scored off all those interceptions Jalen Foster's had.
I no, I think we only scored 2 touchdowns off them turnovers.
You said,
Two two touchdowns and 3 field goals.
you know what I mean, and that's crazy. And a couple of the turnovers have been pick sixes, so those don't even
No,
really
yeah,
count.
yeah, yeah. Those don't count. We got more. We got more defensive touchdowns than touchdowns off of the turnover.
That's and that's a problem, bro. We talked crap about Roper. We talked about BMAC. Um, what
Sat might be the worst out of all of them.
That might be the
No
worst play
lie,
caller I've ever seen, bro.
that's a
Like
fact.
I played 5-year-olds on Madden who call better plays than him.
Man, it's
Um,
sad. It's sad. But the bad thing is, like Texas A&M ain't even world beaters. It's just that our offense is so bad. Like,
right, because I'm not saying we're on the same level as Texas A&M talent wise. Clearly, we're not. They're in the state
oh
of
no,
Texas.
yeah,
They recruit at an entirely different level. But they make a lot of mistakes. And they're still figuring out the offense with the new quarterback because obviously,
yeah,
what's the guy? Kellen Mond, he's not there no more.
yeah.
So they're still figuring things out with Calzada. But at the same time, bro, this is a Carolina team who the closest they've ever come to beating A&M is what, 7 points?
Think so, something like that. Yeah.
I think no, maybe 5 points because if we had scored a touchdown, we would have won. And that's when Perry Orth was quarterback, bro. Perry Orth.
Man, a long time ago too. That was 5. That was 2016.
Yeah, I believe 2016 because they didn't beat the
Yeah,
brakes off us every other year.
every other year. Yeah, I think they said it was like the last 2 years is 78-10.
Like,
That's crazy, man.
and bro, the offense has gotten statistically worse under Shane Beamer than it was under Muschamp.
That's crazy, man.
And we accuse Muschamp of meddling in offense and all sorts of things. Um, but this offense is worse, and Muschamp is not here. So what's going on?
Sad. Keys to victory. Let's say if some miracle happened, what would you say would be the number one thing that would cause us to win this game? If we were to win, what would be the one thing you said we did right that caused us to win?
Um, the offensive line is going to have to find Michael Jordan's secret stuff from Space Jam. And they're gonna have to create some holes, bro, and create some passing lanes because obviously Zeb ain't mobile.
He's
So
not.
the offensive line is gonna have their work cut out for
That's a
them.
fact.
So the keys to victory for us to even have a shot in this game, the offensive line is gonna have to be more productive than they've been in any game up to this point.
Facts. 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 I would say one thing: control the clock. Control the clock. Because the
I'm gonna keep my. I'm gonna let you finish.
what controlling the clock goes into what you were saying with the offensive line. Like Zell needs time to throw.
Right.
Because just like last week during the Benny game, when it was only Richard 3, he was picking them boys apart. So if he has time, he has arm talent. He's seen almost everything. He's 25. He's seen almost everything
Right.
in college. Like so, like if we give him time back there, I think he can do some things.
Yeah, but that is a big if. If
Bigger,
we get
yeah,
time. And the offensive line may play a little bit better with Zeb being at quarterback, with him knowing the playbook so well. Um,
yeah.
Maybe telling guys, "Hey, that's your man. Do not let me get hit by him." Um,
Yeah, protection, calling out
because
protections. Yeah,
and I was sold on the idea of what we heard coming out of the Gamecock camp that Luke Doty had the best grasp of the offense. But if that performance, what we seen from Luke was him having the best grasp of the offense, bro, we better hit the transfer portal hard as hell for a quarterback.
man, we facts because Zeb ain't gonna be Zeb gone.
Right, this is
And
Zeb's last year.
this
This is
is
his
it.
last hurrah.
Yeah, we don't got nobody to fall back on like
And
that.
then we got a 4-star coming in next year, but we don't know what he's gonna be capable of.
Right.
But yeah, we got to get a transfer quarterback ASAP. Maybe
Facts,
Spencer
facts.
Rattler can do something out here that he couldn't do in Oklahoma, man. I don't know.
I I don't think he's an SEC quarterback. I don't. He's Mr. Inconsistent.
Yeah, that's true too. And we do not have the wide receivers that Oklahoma has,
Nope, and nor the offensive line.
nor the play calling. But moving on,
Right.
the
Battle
battle
of
of
the
the week.
week.
I usually go with the trenches, bro, just because games are won and lost up front.
Right,
But
especially in the SEC, yeah.
with this particular game, man, because we already know there's an issue with our offensive line. So I want
Right.
to see how our wide receivers match up against Texas A&M's DBs. Can they get
Mm,
open? Can they create separation? Can they buy some time? What I mean, get free play breaks down so Zeb can find them and create something out of nothing.
right.
That's what I'm interested in seeing how these wide receivers match up against um, a defense that's not Georgia. Because
Yeah.
if you look at our schedule, we play Georgia, we play Kentucky, and those are pretty much the only two really good teams we played. Everybody else has pretty much
Yeah.
been mediocre,
Very
or
beatable.
straight up sorry. Um,
Very beatable.
so I don't really, yeah, I don't see the trenches faring well in this game just because of how Texas A&M is recruited at that position, especially the offensive line.
Facts. I like the way you think. I was going to pick the same thing you picked. Listen, y'all, we don't talk about these topics before we get on here, so this is the first time I'm hearing this. So, but since you went that way, I'm gonna go the other way. I want to see how our DBs go fare against their wide receivers because
Right.
we see what Georgia wide receivers did to us. We see what Tennessee wide receivers did to us. We got
And then
gas. We got gas for 2 big plays from Bandit, and he's not even a thrower.
and I think that was a communication issue. I'm not gonna throw nobody under the bus, but though all of those big plays from the Tennessee game, the same PD was responsible on every time. Bruh. Okay, we're not gonna get into that. Um,
Yeah, man, it's crazy, bro.
so we're gonna move on from the battle of the week, but I got our DBs. Well, Texas A&M DBs against our wide receivers, and you picked our wide receivers or our
No, our
DBs against their
DBs
wide
versus our
receivers.
receivers. Yeah,
That's a lot to say, bro.
yeah, definitely a tongue twister, man.
All right, so what's next, man? What we got to talk
Over under.
about?
Over.
Under on everything except turnovers by the defense. Um, the the defense is gonna do their job. They might they
Yeah,
might they might give up a lot of yards,
they
but
do that.
they might give up a lot of yards, bro. They might give up a big play here there, but they're pretty stingy once you get down inside the 20. That's
Yeah.
one thing I will say about this defense. They are pretty stingy once you get them in the red zone. With that being said, though,
You
but
said under everything.
give, give me your numbers, bro. Give me your numbers. I'm gonna keep it right.
Okay. Over under 17 points scored by us.
By us,
Yeah.
under
How, how much you got us scoring?
somewhere between 7 and 10.
Ooh, that's gonna be a long
And
game.
I guarantee you the defense will be responsible for at least three of those points.
Our special teams for
Yeah,
block punt something.
yeah.
Yeah,
I guarantee you special teams or defense will be responsible for at least 3 points.
I can see that. I got under two. I think we could get 2 touchdowns. I think we can get two. Hopefully we can get two.
Man, if we get 2 touchdowns, it's gonna be in garbage time when they got their fourth string in.
Yeah, that
Because
definitely could be a case.
I don't know, bro. I don't know what else to say about this team. Um, I'm just not a fan of the offense. Um, I don't have a lot of confidence in the offense.
All right.
If the offense is up against the wall, um, they pretty much gonna falter every time. The defense, you know what I mean, they can stand tall sometimes. They kind of bail the offense out, if you will. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not taking the over on anything on this offense.
Okay, so I was gonna say over under 3.5 yards a carry.
I'm gonna do a half a yard to carry.
Yeah, I think I got us on the under too. On anything
It's
offensive, I got us on the under. So let's go. Let's just go to the other side. That'll be a better conversation.
okay.
Over over under 3 sacks.
I think we can do that. I think we can get 3 sacks. Not saying they're gonna be monumental game changing sacks, but I think we can do that.
Yeah, I think I feel the same way. Over under 1 interception.
I'm gonna go over. Um,
Okay,
for one, that boy Jalen Foster is a ball hawk,
man,
and watching Calzada, he's a gunslinger, and
he
sometimes
is.
he'll let it fly even when he shouldn't.
That's a
So
fact.
that's why I'm gonna go with the over.
That's a fact. Speaking of Trailer Foster, congratulations on your mid-season All-American, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats, bro.
Congrats. Man, that's it for that, man. There's no need to do that one. Next topic. Season superlatives so far. Who
Okay,
who
so okay, go ahead.
who's your offensive player of the year so far for us?
Next question.
Who's your defensive player of the year so far?
I gotta go with Mr. Foster.
Oh, hey, I'm not mad at that pick. I'm not mad at that pick. I'm gonna go JJ in the bar.
Mhm.
He's been holding our pass rush down
Yeah, even the stuff that
every
doesn't
game.
show up in the stat sheet, bro, he's so disruptive.
Yeah,
It's crazy. So yeah, shout out to him too.
facts. Most improved. Who you got for most improved?
Offense or defense?
Either or.
Most improved. Either or. Okay, so I'll go with Josh, man. Because
Okay,
he's doing good. He's doing good this year.
he is. He
And if you
is.
compare that to his prior seasons, he's doing 1,000% better. So shout out to him, most improved offensive player.
Okay. What about my most improved offensive player? I'm gonna go with Van as well. Van as well. From he's showing the flashes that he showed freshman year.
Right, right,
Because the last 2 seasons he was hurt. He really wasn't doing too much.
right, right. And that seems to be a theme with a lot of guys we recruit. They stay hurt for multiple years before they ever contribute. So that's something else we need to keep an eye on.
Facts, facts. What about defensive? My most improved defensive. You know who I got?
Big
Brad.
Brad, Brad Johnson. Okay,
Brad Johnson. Yeah, man. That move did him wonders. Moved the linebacker.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I can see that. Because he was playing out of position, undersized at the defensive end position.
Yeah, he should have. Man, he should have been a linebacker, bro.
Yeah, and I think my most improved on the defensive side, I'm probably gonna have to go with Zach Pickens, bro.
Okay.
Just because he's actually making plays now. He's not just on the field occupying space. Like he's making plays, even if it doesn't show up in the stat sheet. Um,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? He's pushing guys back, um, freeing up linebackers, that sort of thing. Um, but I just want him to be more consistent. You know what I mean? Because he'll have two or three good plays and then take two or three plays off. But that's something totally different. But I'm glad he's coming on and finally starting to show flashes of that 5-star rating.
Nice, nice. I'm not mad at that. Not mad at that. For the first time on the show, man, we got some viewer questions, man.
Oh man, what they talking about? What the viewers talking about?
So, one viewer asked, "Do you see our recruiting class staying intact if we lose out?"
Oof. I see a couple of guys staying. Um, like Braden Davis for one, just because he seems like he wants to be a Gamecock. Um,
Mhm.
but honestly, bro, I don't. That's one I can't answer. Um, I
Yeah,
haven't been
that's kind of
following
tough.
recruit. I haven't been following recruiting as closely as I used to. Just because we've been so bad in the recruits, we're not getting those top level recruits we were. Say at the end of the 2015 season. You know what I mean? Well, 2014 season,
Yeah,
we had two class in the country, and then the bottom fell out. So
right.
honestly, bro, I really don't think anybody should care about recruiting rankings until they sign that paper in, was it December now?
December, yeah, that's the early signing
Yeah.
period. Yeah,
So um I'll start worrying about the recruiting rankings in December, man. But that's tough. Um it might stay together if we lose out and we show competence. Like we are getting better.
yeah.
You know what I mean? If guys can see concrete evidence that we are progressing.
Progressive, yeah, especially on offense. And if I'm an offensive recruit, I'm looking at. I was like, nah, this ain't it, bro.
Right. But on the
This
flip
ain't
side
it.
of that, as a defensive recruit, I'm like, dang
Yeah,
man, they doing this with walk-ons and transfers from
transfer
D2
from
school. I'm
yeah,
a 5-star. What if I go play in this defense? You know what I mean?
yeah, facts, facts.
We just need to get the offense up to that level of play.
Right, right, yeah. I feel the same way. I feel like we when losing out, like that's definitely gonna hurt. I say we probably we'll lose a good probably 3 to 5 players. Now the transfer portal, that's a different thing. That's a different discussion. I think we'll if we lose out, I think we'll lose some pieces too.
Even if we don't lose out, I think we're gonna lose some pieces just because of how the roster is being managed right now.
Yeah, yeah, I can see
Um,
that.
and I'm not gonna get into specifics, bro, but there is a wide receiver that has a prototypical NFL build on our team,
Hmm.
who's not getting to play very often, and I'll leave it at that.
What are you talking about?
EJ,
Speaking of EJ, Gotta be a question. Why doesn't EJ get more targets?
um,
So
honestly,
I
okay.
heard. So Satterfield said no. Shea said they play. Well, both of them said that they play the same wide receiver position. My answer to that is okay. Like, yeah, but both of them, you can move them around. It's not like they're just un uninept to Van can play the slot. You can move. You can even move NJ to the slot. Like you can design plays for that. Like I just don't understand, and I don't understand why they can't be on the field together. Like I just don't understand it.
Right, you can have a jumbo set where you pull EJ in the slot and use him like a tight end
Like,
from the slot. You know what I
right.
mean? Um,
I don't get it,
I
man.
don't. I, that man. Honestly, I don't know if he done something or he just rubbed Satterfield or Beamer the wrong way, bro. But based on what we have seen from EJ, there's no reason that man should be on the sideline.
None. No reason at all. No reason at all, man.
And then and the excuses, yeah, that's what I'm gonna call them, the excuses, because they're not legitimate reasons.
Definitely
The
not legitimate
excuses
reasons.
we're getting for why he's not on the field do not make any sense to anybody who plays football at any level. There's probably high school coaches and middle school coaches that heard that and were like, "What? You can't move one of them to another position?" Um, so yeah,
It's
I don't get
crazy.
it.
It's crazy, man. And uh the last one. What's out of the last remaining games, what's the likeliest win?
The most likely win,
I'm gonna say Missouri.
yeah, that's the most likely. And then with Florida, you never know what you're gonna get. Sometimes Dan Mullen comes out and coaches incredible games, and then sometimes he's like, "What the?" You know what I mean? So you don't. I don't know which Florida we're gonna get.
Yeah, or Clemson. We could possibly the way the offense is, that's gonna be a 3-0 game.
Man,
first team to the field goal.
first team score gonna win that game. Sudden death. You might as well start the game with sudden death. First team win. Because that's gonna be a long ass game, bro.
Man, boy.
Listen, that Saturday after Thanksgiving for South Carolina and Clemson fans is probably gonna be one of the longest games ever because neither team can score. Um,
Man, tell me about
yeah, that's gonna be ugly, man. I'm tripping out thinking about it right now.
it.
That's
Yeah,
gonna be worse than that Georgia Clemson game, bro.
man. That's it for the questions, man. Anything else you got?
Um, nah, man, I ain't got no questions. Um, yeah, I'm good.
You good? Hey,
Yeah.
man. Well, let's go ahead and sign us out, man. As always.
Hold on. Before we
Oh.
go, score prediction, LG. You put me on the spot last time. Score prediction.
Hey, you know, you see how I try to slide up out of there. Score this year. I got, I got, I got 34-14.
Okay. Okay.
Barely
Um,
missed covering the spread. 18.
okay. Uh, I'm gonna answer your question in long form. It's gonna be a lot versus a little bit.
Oh, you got.
And, and again, that's not a knock on the defense. We just know y'all get tired, bro.
Man, right.
Y'all, man, they score. Y'all get like a 30-second break, and then you're right back.
Right back on the field. Right
So
back on the
so
field.
that's not a knock on our defense. And Clayton White, keep doing your thing. Keep getting better players, and obviously the results are gonna keep getting better, bro. But what you're doing with what you have is fantastic.
Facts. Well, that's another episode of the Black and Garner Podcast Raw Edition. As always, follow us on one of the platforms down below. You see it.
Yeah, just follow one of them. You know, you ain't gotta follow all of them. Just follow one of
Just follow one, man. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe, and share to your friends. Appreciate the questions, and plus send the questions in. We will answer them like we did today. And as always, man, stay cocky.